Hello, this is your Saturday tropical weather update. Um, well, as you can see here, we have very little going on in the Atlantic right now. We had well, in the Atlantic it was Tropical Storm Bonnie, which created a long track through the Atlantic, the main development region, went through around here and scraped the northern coast of South America. Then it formed all the way in this bay in the southwest Caribbean. Crossed Nicaragua, went here, intensified into a Category 3 hurricane. Now it is dying a fairly sad death, despite it lasting that long. We can see here we have very little convection, and if we look at satellite, right here, it's basically just a naked swirl. This should become a remnant low fairly soon. According to the National Hurricane Center, well, Bonnie is likely to become a post-tropical cyclone later today. I'd say by 5 p.m. Eastern time, only 40 miles per hour and weakening quickly. If we look at weather, if we look at the GFS model here, we can see, well, this is initialization at 5 a.m. this morning. We only have a weak tropical storm with that. Good initialization in general. And then if we go ahead a few hours here, if it decides to load, let me go to here. Right, so still a tropical storm. As of this recording, it still shows, which makes sense. Still a 40 mile per hour tropical storm. Go ahead a few hours. This is 2 p.m. No longer a tropical storm. This is a tropical depression right here. So, if it isn't a tropical depression already, it's going to be in a few hours after this recording. And then if we go a bit further here, we can see, well, it opens up into a trough and combines. That remnant swirl lasts a long time. It's this stuff here, but only 25 mile per hour winds. We have similar winds going around Hawaii right now. So it really isn't. Hawaiians are not going to really see anything from this, although, as you can see, the remnant circulation will technically pass near Hawaii. This is in a few days here. Well, the other story we have here in the Pacific, we also have Invest 95E behind Bonnie. It's very healthy right now. I'll show you why. Well, first thing to note, we have a bunch of convection blowing up, and this isn't sheared at all. We can see, if I look at the loop here, we have outflow, expanding in all four directions, here, here, here. This is basically very little to no shear on the system right now, so that's good. And then we can look at moisture. Well, abundant moisture, we can see light grays, which indicates rather moist air surrounding this. So I wouldn't be surprised if this becomes a tropical depression later today. The National Hurricane Center has 70-90 odds of this forming, according to the 8 p.m. advisory. So this is very likely to form very soon in the Eastern Pacific. Let's look at some models for it. Right, so this is the GFS again. I'm going to bear with me here because I just got the software. Alright, so let's do a loop until 126 hours out. Alright, so okay, I think it loaded. Yep, it did. Right, so they show, let's go, so they still show, this is later today, still not a tropical storm yet. until maybe here. Let's see what this is. Yeah, this is probably a tropical depression here. This is 2 days, so this is Monday morning here. We might have a tropical depression on this model. I do think it could form sooner because of what I said before, given that it looks, well, basically like a tropical depression, very healthy on satellite right now. So, you know, given the environment is very wet, very decent, I don't think it's going to take 2 days for this to form. Nevertheless, we could look a bit further here. This is 4 days from now, so this is like Tuesday, I believe, morning. No, maybe Wednesday morning. I'm not sure, but you can see very strong tropical storm. Let me see. Yeah, 63 mile per hour. Oops. Yeah, somewhere around there. Decent tropical storm. And then if we go a bit further, right, so we still have a decent tropical storm on the 14th, which is, oh god, this is Thursday. We still have a decent tropical storm, although it might have weakened a bit due to dry air and cooler sea surface temperatures. Let's look a bit further and see if it does eventually hit Hawaii here. I'm curious to see that. Right, so it looks like it doesn't hit Hawaii, it just misses to the north. Yeah, it just dies out here. The remnants might, I'm not going to look into that, but it does not hit Hawaii here, which is a good thing. But the next name on this list is Darby. You might be wondering, well, this is Bonnie, why isn't this the sea name? Well, this is because Bonnie got named in the Atlantic here, meaning it carried the name all the way across into the eastern Pacific, since low-level circulation did not die over Nicaragua, and so it just re-strengthened until to a Category 3 hurricane, as you can see here. Not much else to say here, but we also have, well, we also have another AOI 020 odds of formation south of Mexico here. I can check in on that quickly. Right, so GFS, this is almost a hurricane here. In 7 days, this is next weekend. Right, so this is 70 mile per hour tropical storm, so almost a hurricane in a week. I think they show it forming. Go like this and see. Right, so the disturbance forming in 4 days, which is today's the 4th, Sunday is the 10th, Monday is the 11th, Tuesday is the 12th, so this is Wednesday. We have the disturbance forming. This might be this is probably a tropical depression here on Wednesday. And then we see it intensifying into, well, an actual tropical storm. This is next weekend, next Friday. And then almost hurricane in a week from now, which is Saturday. So this also might have to be watched. I do think it should take, somewhat of a path like Bonnie, except originating here instead of in the Atlantic. And it should go offshore, but people in Mexico should still monitor this, because things can change. And still, even if it stays well offshore, we still have rip currents and surfing dangers like we did with Bonnie. But yeah, this was really all for today. The Atlantic is still quiet here. You see a large front here, but nothing is going to form along that. And then, well, the Gulf of Mexico has basically nothing. Caribbean is dead, to say the least. The main development region is also dead. We have basically nothing going on. Just normal thunderstorms that we expect during the summer south of here. associated with tropical waves that are not expected to form due to high wind shear. We're going to have to wait a few weeks for more disturbances to form, and higher odds of something forming in the Atlantic. We should the screen right now, and how dead the Atlantic is. This should remain for until I'd say later this month or early August, due to sinking air across the Atlantic. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching.